little rattled early. It was a little it was my fault. It took a little long to make an adjustment versus a 1-3-1. I thought we did a better job against that later in the half and in the second half. But I couldn't be more proud of the way our kids fought back. You know, we started off shooting it really poor, but we just hung around. And then when we started playing like we're capable of playing, it was a game to literally the last second. So I'm really proud of our team. Really disappointed that we don't get a chance to play again because I like the way we're competing right now. But this is the heartbreak in March, and hopefully everybody can at least see how competitive our team is and how hard they're willing to work and how much fight they have in them.
At this time, we'll open it up for questions to the student athletes only.
Taylor, sorry to start here. On the last play on the defensive end where you stood in for charge, no call, what was your perspective on the play?
It's disappointing, but that's what the refs thought it was, and you got to deal with it. We had another chance to burn it down on the other end, and we just didn't accelerate from what we had, so nothing we can do about it. It sucks, but it was a good play by their post move, and you got to deal with it.
Tim Reynolds of the AP. Haley, it seemed as though you guys were just waiting for that one spurt, and then it finally came, maybe on the 5-point play, late in the third or something like that. How were you guys able to keep confidence up when just nothing was falling for so long for you guys?
Well, we came in at halftime and we kind of regrouped and we told each other, we're only down, I don't remember how many we were down, 6 at halftime, and we were like, we're right in this game, guys. We just gotta keep going. Our shots are gonna fall. We just really kept telling each other one more stop. And if we could get that one stop, then, it'll start going our way on the offensive end.
Taylor, first of all, congrats on a good season. You were shooting, you seemed to be struggling a little bit from behind the arc, and then you hit that big 3 to tie the game with less than 10 seconds to go. Was there something that Karl was telling you or your teammates telling you to keep shooting the ball?
Oh, absolutely. That's all I hear from Karl and my teammates is keep shooting, and if I don't shoot it when I'm open, I get in trouble. So, but they're gonna fall. I did start out a little rough, and I knew that, but I knew if I got to my finish, they would fall at some point. So.
Ladies, is the emotion more the pride in how well you guys played, or the disappointment in getting that close at the end and having two very questionable calls not go your way and maybe not having a chance to keep playing?
Obviously we're frustrated with how the game ended, but we can't really base the game off of those last 2 calls. We just needed to make a couple more plays, in the first half, say, when we weren't attacking as much. I think we have been playing really well towards the end of the season. We finally hit our peak, so I think that's just the most disappointing part is to have to see it end now.
Billy Carson, offensive post. Haley, throughout the season, you guys typically hit a lot more threes, or percentage was a lot higher, obviously, than this game. Uncharacteristically, you hit a lot less, or as a team, a lot less threes, even though you took usually about the same amount you take. What do you test it to? Was it their defense, or was it nerves?
We were getting open shots. That that wasn't the problem. I just think the first half, especially, it was just more nerves. We just needed to calm down and relax and get to our finish. I think ultimately that was it, because we were getting open and getting the shots, just calm down.
That's for sure. Thank you.
Whenever you guys average 9.7 threes made per game and then you go 2 for 18.5, how frustrating is it considering that that's a big part of your offense?
That's frustrating, but as a shooter, you just got to have the shooter mentality. You're a shooter, it's going to fall. Just keep shooting.
What did Coach have to say to you guys afterward? The level of play, obviously, but just dealing with the disappointment.
I mean, he said he was proud of us and that we did really well and that it's a disappointment that we couldn't move on when we're doing so well at this point in the season. But, I mean, he was just encouraging about all of it. He basically said what he started off in here as, except maybe a little bit more personal.
Any further questions for our student athletes? Thank you, ladies, for your time. You're dismissed at this time. And just as a reminder to the media, the locker room remains open at this time, and we will transition to questions just for head coach Karl Smesko now.
Karl, have you gotten a chance to review either of the last two plays before you came in?
No, just what I saw on the floor.
I know you were arguing pretty vehemently for the charge call. What did you see on the last play?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm the best person to ask because I have my perspective and it's not necessarily objective. So, we'll have to, I watch the game on the way home, but I may wait a couple days. That's if, my assistants want to see it right away and make a judgment. But, we were in a position to win the game. It was a tight game. I don't think you can ever blame a call for one call or two calls because there's 1,000 plays within a game. So there's a well officiated game. With the a little bit of a controversial ending.
Karl, seen you emotional occasionally after seasons end in tough ways. Is that the same sentiment here? Is that all of it, or is it partly the way that it ended make it even harder to accept?
Well, the way it ended makes it tougher for sure, but you never want any season to end. And for me, I was okay, maybe a little irritated when I went into the locker room, but then when you see all the kids that worked so hard for so long and they're all crying, you don't have a heart if it doesn't get to you.
Karl, you said in the first half that it took you a little longer to adjust to the 1-3-1 than it possibly should have. What were you doing differently in the second half that made the offense click a little better?
We were having a kid behind the zone be more active, cutting into gaps, and then where we placed our shooters based on how they were playing. They kind of sagged off our non-shooters to take away our shooters in the 1-3-1, and so we had to move where they were, and it took like 4 or 5 minutes of that 1-3-1, and you saw we had a number of turnovers right in a row until we made the adjustment. So that was something that I wish we would have, that's something that we have in our arsenal and we should have went to a little bit quicker.
To play for you guys always has to require a level of resolve to go up against bigger teams all the time. As much as they were struggling with the shots and as physical as Miami is, where would you equate the degree of resolve that the girls showed today with what you've seen from your program?
This team fought as hard as any have had today. To be behind against a top 20 team on the road, and you could see a little bit of frustration on our kids' faces when shots weren't falling. To come back from that and realize that they were capable of coming back and capable of winning the game, and essentially taking it to the end against a great team. So. I got no qualms with our competitiveness or how we responded to adversity. I'm very proud of our players.
Karl, on kind of the same tack, going against taller players, 2 drives in a row there in the fourth, China Dow went right at their 6'3" player. Could you talk about her mentality and how she just showed no fear going at somebody that much bigger than her?
Well, we thought China had the best matchup at the end of the game. So, we kept going to it and creating space, having her drive a shooter's gap, and then we had some cuts just in case she was cut off, so she'd have somebody to pass it to. But give her a lot of credit. Early in the game, she maybe forced a couple shots, and then at the end of the game, she got to the rim, she absorbed contact. We were hoping, maybe to get some and ones on those situations, but to finish it over a kid of that size and the way China used her body to create an angle to shoot, it was really impressive.
You've seen them both, obviously. What do you think Trish can do against Miami on Monday night?
Well, I'm not surprised Quinnipiac moved on at all. We've played them 3 straight years, and I know Marquette's really good, won the Big East, but Quinnipiac's a really good team with really good players, and they're not at quite as big a mismatch inside as we were today. They're big kids, they're strong and physical, and they can score. So, I expect Quinnipiac to play really well. They'll still be underdogs playing here in this arena, and Miami's a great team, but it's good to see a mid-major do so well.
Any further questions for Coach? Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys.